I don't think
we are now live. I think we're live. Hello, welcome to Mysteries of Athas, session 5. As the party, our party of Dark Sun adventurers seeks to escape the city, which has almost claimed 2 of their lives, has taken 2 of the party members out, and we have a couple of new PCs in due to this, in part. But I guess we will. Let's sum up last session. Alex, do you want to sum up last session?
Oh goodness, that was a little while ago. We spoke for a while with this this Jade construct, the Jade Dancer. Learned a few things, and also not very much at all. She seemed entirely unaware of everything around her, almost as if like she couldn't comprehend it. Like, tried telling her, the city's ruined, everyone's dead, you're the only one here, and she didn't really seem to accept it. I think eventually we gave up on that and just continued, looting the place, looking for things to ransack. We went kind of upstairs as best we could, given that I don't think there were any stairs left. I think we did find a bag with a few gold coins in.
No.
And some other stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was this
which
trap
are quite
door.
valuable.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then there's this trap door leading downwards, which we also went down and investigated. I went a little bit worse. When we were attacked by a swarm of these insects. I can't remember what they were called or what they were like. Just kind of nasty.
They were like grubs, weren't they?
Oh, that. Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend they don't exist. That just doesn't sound good. No, thank you. None of that. And they. I think one of them hit Gudea, and almost knocked him out in one hit, so he ran away. Stiv was upstairs at the time because he couldn't fit down the trapdoor, really. Not comfortable, at least. And who was the other one who was with us last time?
Zedric and Benvo were both down there.
Yes.
Benvo
was the one.
There.
Yeah. Benvo was the one who got swarmed by them and definitely didn't have a good time. I think he got knocked out just as we were finishing them off. Because I think he survived, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm questioning everything I remember now.
Yeah, he survived.
Yeah, so
everything.
Kind of packed up and said, "Let's leave," and then that was where we ended.
Yeah, pretty much. That was where we ended last time. This means that because Sadira is in a block of amber and Benvo is unconscious at the moment. Technically, those 2 PCs are out, but because Darton has this character tree thing where you can switch to other characters for various reasons. People have been making sure they have extra characters, and both Jay is not able to be here tonight, but he has made a Gladiator. Tom has made a Gladiator, as has Simon, who is playing Planescape with us. We've obviously got Gudea, who is a Druid Scion. We've got Stiv, who's a half-giant fighter. Mhaeve, who is just a human trader. And then tonight they are joined by these 2 new Gladiators. Tom, do you want to introduce your Gladiator, who is one of the escorts to the caravan, who has now come to help the leaders of the caravan?
Yep. My my second character is Kent Ironlung. He's a dwarvish gladiator who is now a free gladiator, though he was raised as a slave and has fought his way to freedom and is now being a muscle for hire for this caravan.
Yep, great. And Simon, do you want to introduce your character?
Jabbar is a 7-foot-tall insect man, Thri-Kreen gladiator. He was rather unpopular on the gladiatorial circuit of the Silent Wind because he had a habit of stopping fighting and eating parts of his opponents to the great boos of the crowd. And because they couldn't make good money on him, he was eventually sold off for a pittance. and has since eloped and become a caravan guard.
Is your favorite weapon like a
whoever
little?
bought him was.
I was just
Is
wondering
it a steak knife?
A steak knife? No, he uses his wrist blades for slicing up opponents. So he'd like take off their arm with his main weapon or something, and then pick that up and run off with it. And it felt that the job was more or less done at that point, and they could bleed out, and that was okay. But the crowd didn't agree. Nor did his employees.
Yeah. Great. Well, I'm sure everyone's super glad Jabbar has come from the wagon to come and help the people in the Jade Dancer. Very,
we had a
very
Thri-Kreen
healthy.
on the wagon the whole time.
Just some of your the guards of the actual stuff you're traveling around with now coming out in your hour of need. Benvo, I guess, can be carried out unconscious. I guess is he unconscious or is he back at walking wounded? I don't know.
No, he was still unconscious because I was the only one with healing and I used it.
But yeah, he can be taken out. Sadira is currently just stuck here because
Yeah.
essentially that's how Sepia Snake Sigil works. You just can't do anything about it unless someone wants to. Has a dispel scroll basically.
Yeah, we tried to pick it up, right?
for,
Like we weren't able to actually even grab the amber.
Yeah.
It was as if like
Nope.
it's almost like Teflon amber, like you couldn't actually grip it in any way.
Couldn't even get a rope around it.
Yeah, you weren't able to. It was as if that. I mean, I guess like there's a field around it almost that you just literally couldn't kind of hold it or anything. And and then you're like, oh well, if we throw a rope over it, that would work. And then it just slipped off, like it just rode back up, as it were.
I can't remember
the ineffective.
The thing that happened was it was a book. Is the book still there, or did we end up grabbing that book, or did we just leave it where it was?
I believe.
I think you've got the book, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so we ended up just grabbing the book and stashing it. I'm perplexed what to do about Sadira. Like, since we can't move it, we need to bring someone here, and that just seems really difficult. But I think we've basically cleared out this old inn here. Like, we've looked everywhere, I think, right?
I think as far as you could tell, I think you were, but you're like, well, we could keep trying to go around the completely broken upstairs. There was also like a metal box that was sealed and you couldn't work your way into in the office, but you'd looted a bunch of other stuff from there. So I think you seem to have decided you were like, probably just leave that.
It's not
that is up to you. Then.
It's not a chest that you can like pick up. It's like stuck in place.
No, it was set into the floor, if you remember. Yeah, it was like in the floor. I suppose you could try to work it out, but it was very much like I think you were just like, yeah, I'm not sure we can open that. This is what you guys said at least. So
Well,
I'm pretty sure at the time I was thinking, wow, wouldn't it be great if I just had a crowbar? And I remembered that we're in Dark Sun, and a crowbar would be an incredibly valuable object.
Jay observed. I think after a couple of sessions goes like, I only realised like halfway through the session why you're so excited about all this like rusted iron chain. Even though like rusted iron chain isn't, even in Dark Sun, it's not the most valuable thing in the world because of the fact you have to like reforge it. It is basically like finding iron ore. So you're like, great, that's amazing.
So you're all like the people who steal cables off train lines.
Yeah. No, this is if we ever find a portal to Earth, we'll be the party who steals stuff steals church roofs. Man, copper. To be fair, some metals are more common than others. It's that iron. It's a very iron poor world. Generally metal poor, but particularly iron poor world.
If Stiv got to Earth, he'd steal so many catalytic converters. Let's go out to the ruins, and we've got new. Well, is there any way to get Benvo healthy again? Do we have anyone who can help?
No one's going to have a heal spell. I guess you will have. You can cast healing spells on him to get him to walking wounded, so that he can wander around and stuff.
Okay, so he just has to go hang out at the cart for now.
Yeah, I won't have one of those till tomorrow.
Yeah. 1 second. What you decide what you're doing?
So yeah, I imagine we're just loading up the wagon and leaving.
Yeah, I was going to suggest we leave some provisions near Sadira. She does have some stuff there, but
Yeah.
that way.
Does anyone have anything like chalk or charcoal or anything?
I don't
to
think
leave
so.
a message.
Yeah,
Yeah, leave a
just
note.
Scrawl something on the wall. I imagine we could probably find like a bit of rock or something to scratch it on the wall, but
I think it
hang
would
on.
probably be. I mean, she knows where you guys came from. She knows the way back to Fort Sisra.
Is the dancer coming with us?
Yes.
Have we determined?
Yeah,
Oh,
We
okay.
convinced the dancer that she will come with us.
Right, so we should leave a message then.
Yeah. So we don't want to look at any other buildings around this square. We want to get back to Fort Sisra.
I think we should just go now.
Yeah, I think this is a take the money and run type situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have lots of heavy chain.
Yeah, the cart is like loaded basically.
And then we can always come back.
Yeah.
With a few more weapons or whatever.
Yeah, I wonder if the amber will wear off at some point. It could go either way. I don't know.
That's why I was
permanent or not.
suggesting just leaving some food there because, ideally she won't wake up on her own. But if we can't just wait around and see how long that takes.
Yeah. But we do want to come back after we unload in Fort Sisra.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just asking, do we want to come back here after we unload, or do we want to go to a different adventure site?
I think we should come back here.
Yeah, I think there's more.
Yeah, there's probably more stuff.
We know it's not immediately dangerous.
Yeah.
Although we don't know what's like it. It's dangerous, but it's not like the place is crawling with, villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's relatively easy to get here and back, so.
As long as we don't get attacked by cacti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back. What have I missed?
I think we decided to head back to the fort, what's name, and then potentially come back later on. And did we want to leave some food for Sadira if she falls out?
Yes.
Yeah, I think leave some dry rations.
Okay.
We were trying to figure out if anyone had any chalk or charcoal or anything. Presumably, I think we used a torch somewhat for a while,
Actually,
right?
there is some coal on the wagon.
Can we just scratch Sisra into the wall or something?
Yeah. I guess we could do that. If we've been using it, I'm sure we lit a torch for a while, so a torch would have enough, char on it to write with.
Yeah, you can do that. That'd be fine. Andrew, were you wanting Mhaeve to make an ancient history check? You're saying off stream.
Yes, people had mentioned something called Waverley. I was just.
The dwarven city of Camelot and also Waverley. And also, I guess, the name of the creator, Cathalishara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cathalishara.
These were mentioned in historical context, and it's roll under, isn't it?
Yep.
So 10 should be fine.
Roll.
Yeah, int minus 1, int minus 1 is 17, so yeah.
What is that? What's you testing for that one? Was that going to be Waverley?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
We've got vague background on the other stuff, so let's.
Different things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Different things, different items in order to check for. Waverley. Dotson.
Yeah.
Just get up my reference for it. It is a ruined city on an island in the Salt Sea. You will know that certainly. As in, I think you'll have seen maps at points that have it marked out like that. It may or may not be marked on our map. I can check. But yeah. But yeah, the it's now because the difficulties in navigating the Silt Sea, obviously it's not like loads of people are go and hang out there or anything.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to check for Camelot, you can, I guess.
Okay. That was the Dwarven City. 15, which is still under int -1.
Yep. It was a dwarven city of the Green Age. Now lost under the sands. No one's quite sure of the location. Probably there's valuable stuff there, so the location might be a valuable thing. But there's no suggestion that Jade Dance wasn't saying, "I know this," where it is. It was destroyed possibly during the Cleansing Wars, possibly as part of the general kind of era of magic period.
Yeah. Did anyone ask the Jade Dancer if she knew how to find these places? Sorry.
Yeah, she kind of gave like rough directions.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to relay to the rest of the party that we definitely should not sell this Jade Dancer just yet.
Why would we sell her? She is her own person.
The Jade Dancer said that she'd never left, not just the city, but had never left this building. So her first-hand knowledge of the outside world is zero.
Well, fortunately, we can take her to a good friend of Kalifasara.
Oh yeah, she's going to come to Cicero with us. She's already agreed.
Oh, she's already agreed. Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
I don't have to lie to her.
All right.
Yet.
I don't think we've told her much about the outside world because it doesn't matter because she doesn't know anything about it anyway. Yeah.
Yep. The less the golem knows, the less chance we have of it escaping. I'm a good person.
I think.
Jesus.
Wow.
Right, I think I pulled my headphones out a bit.
Yeah, Alex thinks it's so hard. He's throwing his mic on the floor.
Sorry about that. What was I saying? I've actually forgotten what I was going to say. I don't think you thought through what happens if you upset her and she decides to respond violently.
Exactly, which is why we need to tell her as little as possible to minimize the risk of her getting upset by anything.
Well, let's lead her out to the cart. Someone carry Benvo. I have some massive chains to drag.
Right. I'll carry Benvo. I think we already did the chains. We did it all together.
I think we brought them. I don't know if we brought them all the way to the cart. I think we just took them outside.
Right. So someone go bring the cart round if we can, and I'll carry Benvo.
Pull it up. We'll wait here. You go pull the cart up.
Do we want to pick a name for her that's slightly easier to refer to than the Jade Dancer all the time?
We'll just call her Jade. Yeah, that's a name.
Yeah, good enough.
It's almost too obvious.
They'll work out who she is.
We should probably give her a blanket or something to, in case anyone comes across us, they don't instantly see this woman made of rock and yeah.
Okay. Yep, when we get back to the wagon, then I'll open up my chest and pull a bolt of cloth out to cover her with. Got one of the trade goods I've got in there.
Just a whole bolt of cloth.
Several bolts of cloth, so yeah, I don't having me blanket, okay? I use that to stay warm in the cool desert nights. I have standards. Oh wait, I don't actually have a blanket. That's my other character. Never mind. I don't have that many standards.
You've got a free bedroll. As default, you'll have a backpack, water flask, and bedroll if you want them. So
no, I'll just
you can
put a folded bolt of cloth over the top of her. It's fine. I bought a tent anyway. I just got confused about what else.
Yeah.
And we get back to Fort Cicero with no
XP record.
No encounter rolls needed. Awesome. Thanks, Alan.
Love it when that happens.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Okay, so you are trundling back out. You've got all this metal in the cart. You've got the dwarf woman and the mule child as well, haven't you? In the cart.
Oh yeah, we do.
You've got the yeah.
Is she still unconscious?
You have Benbow. I think she's much as she was. She's sort of semi-conscious, obviously recovering from having been out in the desert in some format.
I mean, if she, because she wasn't conscious before, if she's conscious, we should probably question her and ask her, like,
how much do the chains weigh, Owen?
Sorry, what's that, Tom?
How much do the chains weigh? I'm adding them to the cart.
I think they weigh 570 pounds.
I'd be more concerned with the weight of the jade statue we're adding to the cart.
She's walking, isn't she?
It's magic, Jade. It's magical. Weighs nothing.
You've got an additional 17 bottles as well, which will be like £1 each.
The stoppered ones we found.
Bottles of...
Yeah.
I think
like
they were
old
alcohol.
booze, potentially magical old booze.
Magical booze.
Yeah, 12 with fiery orange liquid and 5 with mint green liquid.
I suppose we could ask Jade if she knows what they are. If she worked there, she'd presumably seen them before. She might know if they are.
Yeah, you can ask her.
Yeah, what are these?
Yeah, I think she'd be able to say that they were drinks that were served back in the glory days of the Jade Dancer. Let's have a check of what they...
Amazing that they're so well preserved.
Yeah, they're basically vinegar by now.
I'm trying to remember the exact... She could probably tell you the exact names. I'm just looking for the names now. But yeah, she'll tell you the names of them and be able to... sort of say how lovely they were.
Whilst we trundle out.
Yeah, I think she'd call the... Yeah, when you trundle into the desert.
I thought you weren't going to get the names, but if you have the names, yeah.
No, you go for it.
I was just going to say, can we also... we should like question the mule woman, like, what's your name? How did you get here? Well, what were you doing? Is anybody else in the city? If she's conscious, because I think last time she was not conscious, so we couldn't really talk to her.
She's not wholly conscious. She's not wholly conscious.
I slap her. Wake up!
Just in and out. Yeah. You
not
kill
how
her.
you get information out of someone.
Well, we'll just wait. I mean,
she's got torturous silent power.
She's got to wake up eventually, and we'll ask all those questions.
So, the orange one she says is called Tsar. And the green one, I think she says, is called Emerald Sun. So the Tsar she describes as being pretty strong stuff. So like brandy or something. The Emerald Sun is apparently a kind of sweet wine. She says this because she's heard people speak about it. She's never drunk these things. She said, and she'll describe like how wonderful they are, but entirely as if she's reading from like advertising material.
Yeah, I take it Jade doesn't eat or drink or sleep.
No.
I think we just found who's on watch from now on.
I don't sleep either.
Make me if any customers come to our mobile tavern.
I feel like let's be honest, Gom. I feel like if you say I will go and watch all the time, no one's going to trust you. No one's going to be like, yes, let the Thri-Kreen be on watch.
I don't think I trust him anyway. But
I don't like the way you're watching my arms.
What I was going to ask
He's
me,
got a hunger
just a
that only
character,
hands can satisfy.
was whether or not you walk around with a highly poisonous needle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, what would you describe as the mind killer?
Exactly.
There is a review of June elsewhere on this channel for those interested.
Good book.
Great. Okay, so you're leaving.
I especially
Tom,
love the later ones.
It is a good book. Tom, is your lots of worms, worm people, wormamantras, if you will. Yeah.
We know White Ward loves the books.
If you love
Tom,
worms,
you'll
love this book.
Are your logistics up to date?
Is that one night we're doing then? So that's how many of us now?
How do you mean? There are the same number of you. I guess don't worry about Varys. He's just off scouting. But there's the same number of you. Minus Sadira. You don't have to feed Sadira, though you do need to leave food behind, apparently.
Well, except that I've got Kent
plus,
now, so I guess that's replaces...
Yeah, plus Quent and Gom.
So that's...
Those two. Yeah, more or less one. Yeah, you're at the same number, pretty much.
So that's 6 of us. Or is it 7 of us? Help me out here, guys. How many of us are there?
How many of us are there?
3, 4, 5. 5 of us, plus Benvo.
Plus Mole Woman.
Plus Mole Woman.
Oh, yeah, we have to feed those. Yeah?
Well, we feed her and she feeds the baby.
Yeah.
1, 2,
I barely remember
3,
to feed
4,
my
5,
riding
6.
monster.
So is there 8 total? 8 total plus beasts?
Is that counting for Beej being... Stiv being...
No, that does not count for my...
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So,
Eating twice the food
okay,
that
I'm
anyone else
saying 8 people.
Yeah.
8 people,
Who
but one of them has
who
extra
has heat
portions.
protection?
I have heat protection.
What do you roll for that?
Is a proficiency check.
Gom Jabbar has.
I have heat protection.
Heat
Yeah.
protection is
Right,
intelligence
everyone roll
minus
your heat
2.
protections.
Protect our heat.
It's a fail.
I fail.
Well, actually, it's under con you've got to roll, isn't it? So that's
No, it's under int.
Is it?
Stiv runs hot.
Unless I've written it down on my sheet, it's int based.
I have failed.
Yeah,
Heat protection is
Yeah, that is a
minus 2,
failure.
Yeah. Okay. So.
It's a very warm day.
Okay. Everyone failed. That makes life easier. So that's. And how many gallons? How many extra does Stiv take?
I think half giant did 4.
Everyone else has 1.
I
Half
feel like
giant is
4
4.
gallons, I think.
So that's 11 gallons. And then how much do the kanks need?
One each?
I thought you had I thought you had the down accountants.
I didn't. I
there are
mean,
rules
I
for
don't
this.
have it. I
It
don't
does
have
say
it
how much it is.
macroed because there's too many variables.
But if we just write
Macro.
Yeah. We should write down a list of who takes what so we can just remember for the future.
a kank needs 2 gallons of water per day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 7 plus 4 for Stiv. 11.
Oh,
plus
but
another 4 for kank.
Thri-Kreen don't need anything, do they? They need like a gallon a week, right?
Ooh.
Oh man, we should
Did you know
be
this? Is this
we should be Thri-Kreen.
It's not clear to me. I was trying to work out whether I could drink the wine. It doesn't actually say. All it says is that I eat meat. And elf meat is preferred.
Elf meat is preferred.
Elf meat.
Well, Barrett is going to love you.
Yeah, there's a preference for elf meat.
Oh, it's probably in the bit next to.
You will wonder why Varys said he would go and scout out the desert whilst you were in Arkhold. You now realise it's because of the Thri-Kreen, isn't it?
It does say same place as half giants. Thri-Kreen can go for 1 week on the amount of water it takes to sustain a human for 1 day. Plus,
Okay, well, I'm
Thri-Kreen
just not going to
characters
take
only
one
roll.
off
Okay.
for Gorm then.
What?
Yeah.
You don't want to do
then
fractional.
The kank feed. Where is the kank feed? We'll take
Yeah.
off another
Do you not
two
want to
of
do
those.
0.1 for a day?
Am I carrying the feed? No, I'm not carrying
No,
the feed.
no, I found it. It's on the.
£5.
Right.
£5.
All right. So I took
Oh,
off. I took off 14 gallons of water, which I've just knocked off Kent for that. 7 for normal, another 4 for Stiv gets us to. 6 because of not having Gom. So plus 4 for Stiv, which gets us to 10, and then 4 for the 2 Kanks, 14. And I've taken off 9 rations because I think Stiv eats twice the amount we do.
He does, yeah.
That sound basically correct.
Great. Okay, so yeah,
Think so?
that sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right to me. Yeah, so you're heading back out onto the court where the big watery-looking blue sphere floats. That's where the cart is. Are you heading straight for the northeastern or whatever it is gate that you came through, or are you going anywhere en route?
Nope. Go back the same way, back onto the same road, and head back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Who wants to? Well, Simon, do you want to roll a d6 encounter check then?
We shall return.
So yeah, you have a quiet return through the slightly eerie streets. You look up to see as it's afternoon now, the sun is falling, and you swear you can spy out lights in the castle on the hill in the centre of the otherwise sand-covered city. But it's hard to tell. Maybe it's just flickering from the sunlight flickering behind it. But yeah, you end up at the gate where you came through, and we'll let's get to the world map. To our this is Andres Cistra's map. It's kind of like it's more. I'd say Mhaeve would probably be quite impressed by this because it is a bigger area of the world than Mhaeve has seen on anything except the oldest maps she's ever seen, and there, like, the detail is baffling. It's not even like, oh, looking at a map of the world in 1000 AD. It's more like looking at a map of the world in 2000 BC or 4000 BC or something like that. Where you're like, I don't know where things are. This is in terms of a modern map. If it is accurate, it is interesting to Mhaeve. Not necessarily like. She probably doesn't think Nibene would not know this, for what it's worth. She would not think that her city is unaware of the existence of the wider world. But she is probably impressed.
If we are perusing this map, given that Mhaeve knows something of this, would Mhaeve, could we ask Mhaeve, do you know, is this Waverly perhaps on this map somewhere? It's one of those islands out there in the Silt Sea.
I mean, the Silt Sea will definitely be on it. But if no one knows where these places are, it's pretty unlikely we're going to...
I mean, do you know, does your character know that one of these islands out here has this Waverly place on it?
Yeah, you'll have Waverly. Waverly is the chunky island
it's out in the
northwest of Arkhold. Yeah, the big island northwest of Arkhold. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my Roll20 to actually.
Oh, that's real close. Okay.
That is quite close. Let's label that ourselves.
I mean that is, I'd say it's about 25 miles across the Silt Sea in any direction, so it's a long way away across Silt, but it's close in terms of it's very much within the known world. Camelot Mhaeve wouldn't know of the location of, as I say, it's buried somewhere.
Yeah.
If she were guessing anywhere, it's going to be much more central, I think, Camelot. She would have thought.
Central to the Silt, in the Silt Sea?
No, central to the Tyr region. Central to the kind of the known world area. But I don't think she'd know much to say.
It could be anywhere, right? Like
my instinct is going to guess right here, like right in the middle of where all those three cities, where there's 3 cities, they're the exact opposite of that. Right in the middle there, where there's nothing.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be right there, and that's how it's remained unknown for so long.
Yeah.
It's been hidden in plain sight.
Yeah.
That's how you do
like
it.
cities do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. There we go. So Fort Cicera is just southeast. The tier region is the area where all the maps are, where all the cities are marked. For future reference. Yeah, you're like 2 squares away, or I think it's 2.5 or something. Hence why it's a couple of days. Basically, it's not very long between the two. I think is it 2 nights and a day travel, so 3 days travel to get there by night. Because I think that's roughly the scale. So, yes, I guess we need to start rolling as you travel. We'll start with Alex. Do you want to check first for the first day? I remember it'll be day, night, day for checks. Better get some encounter tables out.
6.
Yeah, look. Okay, you'll be stopping. You are in on a road in, I think it's in Sandy Waste or something as a terrain, but you're on like a hard pack, so it's not that bad. Okay, so nighttime. Beej, do you want to roll? Okay, Tom, take off food and drink. I guess do people with heat resistance want to roll their heat resistance for Tom's purposes?
Yeah.
When it says in -2, is that like -2 to my roll rather than -2 to the threshold?
No, -2 to the threshold.
No,
Right.
So
it'd be +2 to the roll if you wanted to do it that way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's still
So-
success.
Yeah, your int -2 is the target number.
Yes.
Jabbar was successful.
What? Who was successful, sorry?
I
Jabbar
was.
was successful. Alex was as well. Gudea was.
And Gudea, was that successful for you?
So
Yes.
Okay. So
I guess with Gom, it's
13
not
this,
so much of a worry
13 this time
because
because
I guess we
succeeded
should
as
keep.
well.
Yeah.
And then
We need dice cam. I don't currently have you on dice cam, so but dice cam sponsored by Budweiser.
Yeah. Once I clean my desk, I'm still in a whirlwind of stuff since getting back and starting working. Iron rations. And
okay.
then, what
Day
did I
2 of the
say?
travel?
9 iron rations. Yeah.
Start of day 2, I will heal Bembo. Spend a cure light wounds just to get him conscious. Make life easier on all of us.
Yep, that's fine.
And
You probably would have travelled into the early evening last night, actually, given you're starting at like 2 o'clock or something. You probably could have travelled because you can take turns because you have pack animals. You could have actually travelled a bit later.
yeah, and then something else I want.
What is the speed of the slowest walking person? For what it's worth.
Are we
Is it
assuming that
6?
everyone's walking or everyone who's?
Well, I think you've got some people on the vehicles, but yeah, I see you're saying everyone who's.
And the mole woman are not walking. I am very fast,
Yeah,
so
someone will be driving the wagon, and Sadira will be on probably Mhaeve is on the wagon, and Sadira is riding a kank.
So it's probably
I
me.
think Sadira's not doing much right now.
No, not Sadira. Sadira's not doing anything. No, Sadira's kank is probably just roped up, isn't she?
I don't think
Sadira's
any of us are
very
going
slow.
slower than the
Probably.
Kanks,
Yeah.
because the Kanks are 15
No.
before terrain penalties. So I think we're going at Kank speed, which is
Yeah.
what, 5 or 7.5.
7.5 would be 15 miles a day.
Well, it'd be movement speed. Like a Kank's base movement is 15. So I'm just wondering, what the terrain is. That'd be.
Sandy wastes.
So 5 miles a day then.
Yeah, great. So in that case, what is that? I feel like that's.
I think
Not
it was
right.
it was more than 1 day per hex, but less than 2 days per
Yeah.
hex. So it took us like 3 or 4 days
Yes.
total. to travel.
Yeah, I think that's why I was thinking it was 3 possibly. But yeah, cool.
Let's go with that.
In that case,
But before we roll
Yeah.
encounter, there was something I wanted to try today, which is I'd like to try and
Yes.
use my hunting non-weapon proficiency to find an animal and then cast animal friendship on it. So I have I'll just hunt something down and wrestle it and then make friends with it. As is
I'll
tradition
kill it
for
and then make
druids.
friends with it.
No.
I-
I'll find it. I'll wrestle it. I'll make it subservient to me.
Can I just go hunting?
Yeah, you can go hunting. Yeah, yeah. Gorm is like, I will go hunting with you. Click, 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 click.
Who are
Okay,
you hunting?
Man. No, not man. It's successful if it's my proficiency anyway. Just whatever animals I can find.
Yeah, it'll be something local to the area.
Yeah.
I will also hunt. I also succeeded.
I assume you're not going in the same direction hunting, so otherwise you'll find the
No,
same thing and then you have to
No,
fight over.
go in the exact opposite direction. Like, I'll go this way,
So does
you
that
go
mean
that way,
both of you
and
go
Gudea
different
watches until Gom leaves.
Yeah, cool. Let me check your likely check encounter tables for likely animals in those zones. Because you're in sandy wastes. You'll both be successful. You should probably. We'll give you just one more encounter check between the two of you. You're probably close enough to the thing that you'll only have the one. Could someone roll an extra encounter check as you are wandering around? That's 6 from Gom.
That's another-
Lots of
another-
sixes today. Yeah.
What?
Okay. So, Gom, we'll have you spot.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to get a 1 on my turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. Gom, you'll spot at some distance where as you're kind of sneaking amongst the rocks and through the dunes, you will spot a centipede, like a large centipede of some kind.
Tasty.
That's a lot of arms to.
That's just many arms.
On my legs.
Same thing.
Well,
Well, it's the same with Gom, isn't it? Like, are they arms or legs when they're on him?
Appendages.
You can see a swarm of kind of in and out of a rocky burrow of giant centipedes.
Are they normal prey?
What
I
do you
assume
wish to do,
so.
Gom?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to kill a centipede and take it.
Yeah.
Or at least kill part of one. I will attack near the rear of it with one of them and try and take its back sort of quarter.
What
never-
weapon is that with?
I'll do that with the Gifka.
Yeah. Let me just. Do you get any bonuses to surprise? I'm assuming you are like.
I have
I
have a Dex 3, so I have a +3 surprise adjustment. So Dex 19, sorry.
Dex of 19.
Yeah.
Most of that matters for you not. That's more to do with you not being surprised, I think, is it not?
Okay.
But yeah.
You're probably correct there.
I'll check if it applies both ways.
Either way,
It
I am
certainly
incredibly
applies, you are. Well, they are surprised anyway, because they 3 is surprise. Reaction adjustment. To see if a character is surprised, not do they surprise.
Okay. I'm rarely surprised. Just in general.
Yeah, but 3 is surprised. So you can charge an attack if you desire.
Yeah, I will charge an attack. It's
Yeah.
the brief adventure of Jabbar. Which would be, I don't know what their AC is.
Yeah.
But...
We might as well get you to rolling up a new character quickly.
Just rename it, yeah.
So you hit AC 9 at least. You hit AC 9 at least, presumably it's more like AC 8 or something. You're specialised, so it'll be AC 8, 7, 6. I think, yeah, you'll hit.
Huzzah. Oh, rolled 3d4
Yeah,
then.
you come up to the kind of
5
rearmost
damage.
one in this form. Yeah, you just chop that one in half. Unsurprisingly, it is dead.
I will take the half.
The
and I will
remaining
run.
ones, the remaining ones turn round. Yeah, okay, you're declaring your action. Roll initiative. One will be picking it up will be like speed 2 or something. Picking up half of it will be like speed 2. Beat by 6.
Ooh.
Like 1 from centipedes. Ooh. Their natural attack is 5, so they're going to be on 8. You're going to be moving on an 8 as well. Sorry, you're moving on a 7. They're moving on a 9. Their movement is 15. So they're going to be moving at... what's your base movement?
My base movement is 40, but I assume I'll be slightly encumbered by a hole in half centipede.
Yeah, well, so that will, if your base movement is 40, that means equivalent 20. Or 40 for a full round. You pick something up to be 20. They'll be reacting, so they'll be moving at 25 or something because of the terrain. Something like that. No, 75, because the terrain doesn't matter for this purpose. They're much quicker than you, but I guess we should see what their morale check is, given they've just... or their reaction check, I guess, not even a morale check. They turn round. That is 2d20. They get a 30. An incredibly unlikely score for a reaction check. Yeah, they are fairly hostile and will try to attack you. I guess a couple of them, they're quicker than you, so a couple of them will catch up. There are like a dozen of them. A couple of them will catch up and try to bite you. They don't have amazing Thaco. What's your AC?
My AC, well, it is 5, but do I get a bonus for my dexterity?
Yes.
Because it says -4, which seems excessive to me. Yeah. So it could be AC 1.
You have 19 dex. It is excessive, yes.
Yeah, so I have an AC of 1, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's just being
well, they get, because their Thaco is 20, they get 5 and 2. They hit AC 15 and AC 18. So they, more or less, I think you more or less just run away.
I think you should just stand there until they die of old age. I think that would happen before they hit you.
Hunt the entire party for attrition.
Yeah. Yeah, you just leave, I think, is the probably the solution to that. Okay, Gudea, you're looking to befriend... So you come across some angry giant centipedes.
Oh. Let me help you with that, friend.
Hunting... Let's just check the hunting NWP to see what you find out about stuff. Because
I think it is...
lots of things...
Literally, you just find something.
Yeah. Just depend. What does it find you though? That's the.
Oh. Hopefully not.
If the dial is successful, you've come to within 101 to 200 yards. That is 300 to 600 feet. You can attempt to close the range, but proficiency must be changed. Must be made to stalk. I think. We more or less just let Gom because he wanted to charge in. There wasn't. He wasn't stalking. He just got that. So let's work out what is the 100 plus 1. So we'll roll a d100. We'll work out how far away you are from this this creature you see in the sand. 106 yards. So you're just over 300 feet. So you're going to be closing. Are you closing to stalk, or what are you doing?
Well, I think it depends what it is. Like if it's something that I know might be a bit dangerous. Like what do I find?
Roll, do you have animal law or something like that?
Yes.
Do you have animal law or something like that?
I have
roll animal law.
Every animal related non-WP.
Yeah. Animal Man, they call you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is the run by Jeff Lemire is a really very good comic, if anyone's interested. By Animal Man. Yes, it is a giant scorpion slayer. Like there's a trapdoor. You would have got that anyway. You see there's like some sort of like a slight depression in the sand that looks suspiciously like the kind of thing that an animal is underneath. Like some people, if they're in a forest, might think is where a goblin spider lived. Alex and Andrew.
Happy times.
Yeah, and yeah, you You're pretty sure, given the shape of it and the size of it, it's that of a giant scorpion. Obviously, waiting for prey to cross it. If you wait for a little bit, probably something crosses it and is eaten. You don't really see the predator. You just see the flash of sand, like this, blinding speed, and then disappearance.
Yeah, I'll probably approach a little bit, but not like stalking closer. Just slow, careful steps until I'm.
Just walk.
Yeah, probably like 40 feet away or so.
So you're more or less letting it know. You're more or less expecting it to know you're there, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna need to communicate with it, to when I cast Animal Friendship.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can get close and it's kind of maybe tap the sand a little and lure it out and then cast the spell. It is a long spell to cast though. It's like
Is it
I should check out.
What is it?
It's an hour.
Is it rounds or something?
It's a whole hour. it makes the save immediately, and then it takes like an hour for the ritual to finish afterwards.
So you just announced you were going hunting and left for like several hours.
Yeah, basically.
So to be clear, if it fails, it doesn't then attack you during the hour.
Yeah. It like chills out and lets me finish the ritual to like bind it to me as like a companion. And then if it doesn't fail, then I promptly well, I have other options there actually because I am the animal man.
Yeah. Great. Let's just make sure I actually have its stats up. Okay, so
it's range 10 yards. So I imagine I get close, and then 10 yards. That's 30 feet. So yeah, I get 30 feet away and start tapping the ground or something.
Magicking it.
Yeah.
It obviously won't jump out because it's waiting to kill you. So I guess it will just foolishly wait until you're in range, and then it gets a save as a level 5 fighter. So I should check that.
That's quite a good save.
14 plus spell save. Are there any penalties to it?
No, it's just
we're missing that Sandy Waste music.
Oh yeah. It is just straight up save list of spells.
Yeah. Cool. I'll get that rolled while I find some Sandy Waste music. I mean, I might need the combat music to be fair.
Do you have combat music for Foolish Druid running away through the desert? Oh.
Somebody chase me.
The yakety sax of Athas.
Yeah, that is definitely a fail. 5 is a fail.
Now the question I hate to ask.
You start chanting.
I can have a maximum of 2 hit dice per level of animals. Does it have too many hit dice for me?
It does not. It has 5 plus 5.
That is too many hit die, because I'm only a 2nd level druid, I think.
Oh, are you level 2 druid?
Yeah, I'm only 2/2 because I'm a druid scion. Well,
okay.
I think that just means that fails.
Declare your action. We're in initiative now.
I think can I still try and then use animal empathy, which lets me not quite befriend it the same as animal friendship, but still kind of make it chill. I'd like to try and do that.
Is that a non-weapon proficiency or a spell?
That's effectively like it's exactly the same as the ranger thing, so it's neither.
It depends if it's a granted power for some purposes, but yeah.
I mean, I've got it from my my Scion kit gave me it, so but it's the same as animal empathy.
It's not a granted power then,
no.
Well, roll your initiative.
Oh yeah. Oh dear. Okay, brilliant.
No, that's good.
Right.
What kit do you have, by the way?
What kit? It is the I think it's called Beastmaster kit for Psion.
I was actually looking at that just today.
Yeah.
Where are the kits? Sorry, just having a quick look for.
Yeah. So.
Where are the kits? It's in PHB. Oh no, it's in Will in the Way. It's in Will in the Way.
It was Will in the Way. It was one of the Dark Sun ones.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll assume it's like a non-weapon proficiency, and it's going to be quite high speed. What's the effect of it?
It rolls a save versus rods. If it fails, I'll just kind of get it to chill out, and then I'll leave.
So essentially, what you're doing is you're like, because rods is a sort of Dexy thing. You're also like hypnotize it. You're trying to like distract it. And make it
It's animal whispering. I've tried to magic it, and it's too powerful for me. So I'd like to yo, dude, I'm sorry about that. Can we be chill?
Rather than die. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, rather than.
I tend to not want to die. It fails that. It needs a 30. It fails that. It basically can't. It can't succeed at stuff, but you're just too weak to do anything. So
yeah. And now I would like to leave.
You like to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gudea returns to the caravan. While you're taking your midday break in the siesta, Gom goes off and returns with half a giant centipede, and Gudea returns with nothing and refusing to tell you what's happened, I guess.
Man, giant scorpions.
Okay.
So cool.
You can have some of the legs that I got if you want.
No, thank you.
I mean, yeah, Gom has earned his first XP of the campaign that's not auto-granted. He's earned 35 XP for that. Yeah. And then ran from the other dozen giant centipedes. Yeah. Great. Okay, so you're continuing. We need a nighttime check, I guess. Andrew, do you want to roll? It is your turn, I think, for a daytime for an encounter check. So.
Okay, did that roll? It's saying rolling the dice. It's 5.
It might take a moment to show up. Yep, that's fine. People want to make their heat resistance. Yeah, Gom succeeds. Gudea succeeds. Gom is 2 for 3 because this will matter for the end of the week technically. So you get a 5 2D, Tom. Okay. Yep. So bear that in mind. Continue. Yeah. Continue taking away. Okay, you are out of the square. I'll double check the map.
What does the centipede mean for rations and so on?
Probably just add 2 rations. It's like 2 feet long or a foot long or something. So it's not massive. Maybe 1 ration if it's a foot long.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 ration.
Okay.
But Gom wants the meat, the fresh meat. So.
Yeah.
I've also.
It's quite welcome
I've just
to it.
started taking off Gom's water at 1/7 roughly rate, just because that's easier for me to keep track of. It's not exactly accurate because the 7th is a pain in the balls to work with.
He's succeeded twice, so it'd be 1/14. It'd be 1/7 over the last 2 days.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 4-day journey because looking for scale, it's about 20 miles and you're going at 5 miles. So, Simon, do you want to make today's encounter check as you continue travelling through, munching on centipede legs, occasionally offering a bit of fried centipede leg? Well, I guess for you it's always
raw centipede leg.
Raw centipede gut to Gudea. Okay, day 3 night. Gudea, do you want to make an encounter check?
Yes. Going back around to me already. Wow. Ooh.
Yeah.
2.
Oh. Make heat resistance checks. You've done well on the encounter checks so far. Given it's been 8.
That is.
Gom succeeds. Does Gudea succeeds? I guess probably.
Yes, just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the rations are back up to normal. We've eaten all the centipede, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nutritious centipede. Great. And then, final day encounter. I guess we're on Beej. Stiv, do you want to roll?
Can I take another opportunity to try and go hunting, find a friend?
Yes. Yep, go
Right.
for it. Do you want to make an encounter check yourself? Beej for the group. Ooh. Gudea is not there. Gudea, could you make your own encounter check?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
And then I guess I'll
Yeah.
roll the hunting now.
Do you want to
or
make your
afterwards?
proficiency check?
Yeah.
Gudea? Roll your proficiency check now. Beej, do you want to roll 2d12? Remember, not all encounters are bad.
Yes.
It could be more food.
Imagine I get back
I
once
mean, if
again
we just
failing
send
to hunt
Norman.
a friend, and it turns out that there were like animals or something in the
Listen,
encounter.
not all encounters are bad. Some of them are really bad.
Yeah.
You encounter the nightmare beast.
Yeah, but not via nightmare anymore. Okay, let's check your result. So you see, hey, this is exactly what Alex predicts. You see, as you stop for the siesta, you see coming into an area of sandy waste beneath you, a herd of giant Erdland, they're called. Erdlu, remember, are the kind of ostrich type rideable. 17 of them below you. Come into view whilst you're taking your siesta, and Gudea is away.
Oh, go the other way.
Nice birds.
Uh,
I propose a hunt.
I'm
Yeah, if we bag some of them, is this valuable to like bring? Like we're so close to Sistra, is this something?
They'd be better live.
Oh, we should try and capture them.
Yeah.
I don't have a net.
We could
I
try and,
mean,
like,
am I
corral
bigger
them
than these?
with
How big are
cans.
these things? Can I just like grab one
Like if
if
we
we got
have,
close enough?
They are 10 feet long, tail to head.
So
They're very big.
big.
Um,
Yeah.
Could I
I would say
wrestle
what
one?
things they could provide up to 700 pounds of meat. Their eggs are very valuable. They can both as livestock, but also as for food.
Jabbar's going to attempt to wrestle one to the ground.
Do we have rope? Could we lasso some?
You do have some rope, yeah.
Let's give it a try. Let's see if we can lasso one or
I
two.
Such my
But,
love.
well, I'd say who had rope use? Or who had
Me.
Was it Benbo? Who was it?
It was Gudea.
Gudea, yeah.
Gudea, who fights with a lasso.
So basically, you've probably got to wait. Yeah, you've probably got to wait. I mean, hey, they're not currently going anywhere. They're just browsing in a particular area. They're probably not very far from their home range. So you could, if you want to wait for Gudea, you can wait for Gudea.
We should wait for Gudea.
Yeah, let's wait for Gudea to get
They're not-
killed
I
on
mean,
their hunt,
Erdlu are not
and then
worth that much.
yeah, let's
These
see
are
how your
giant
hunt.
Erdlu. These
Let's
are
see
like,
how your hunt goes first. And if they're gone when you get back, then that's fine. Oh well.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to die by taking a kick to the face when we're so close to the sister.
So to check, are you
want-
trying to restrain Gom from going off on some mad mission to?
No.
die?
I mean, if
Yeah,
Gon wants to
by all
go on a
means,
mad mission
I don't
and
think
wrestle
they can
one,
do
go
anything
ahead.
to him.
Gom has
Not even
accepting the
slightly.
wisdom of the group. Gom is going to accept that the lassoing Gudea may be helpful in this hunt, and he will wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it means a more successful hunt, he'll wait.
Again, we're not hunting them, we're capturing them.
Well.
He's like, yes. So you, Gudea, will see as you're coming around, you'll come across some sort of large warren, like from which you see very large insectoid creatures coming to and from. You can animal lure it if you want.
Yes.
We should also check how far away you are in yards. Obviously, I will do that. Don't worry about you doing that. I'll do that.
My animal law is on a 6. I succeed.
Yeah. 118 yards, so 360 feet or so. Yes, they're antloids, desert antloids, which are like 8 to 10 feet long giant ants, basically.
Neat.
They're unusual creatures. They are like, reasonably, they are more developed than many giant ants.
Like, mentally or intellectually, I should say.
Technologically.
Technologically.
They turn round. They're actually like the green Martians from John Carter of Mars. They leap towards you. You're dead.
Oh.
They are they're more specialized, basically. So, for instance, the worker is kind of pretty standard. Carries water, carries food stuff. So you can observe this. They can digest sand and turn it into a concretey kind of thing. The soldiers very big and have deadly poison. The queens are kind of what you'd expect for queens. They have quite powerful pheromones. But the unusual thing is there are some, rumours of semi-intelligent members. Not a queen isn't intelligent in that sense. I mean, like, actually semi-intelligent or intelligent antloids who scientists have reported being able to communicate with them or something.
Let me just check what I can do psionically. Not much here. I still haven't picked up any useful talent yet. I'm not. I don't know if this is worth it. Like, an ant as a companion feels like a weird one, especially when you're trying to steal it from its colony. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, just like a single, like something like a scorpion would be fine because they don't, they're not social in the same way that ants are. Like, give him.
You're
like,
a gentle soul, really, aren't you?
Well,
you can't take the ants away from their friends.
Well, it's more like what would the other ants do if I tried? It's a bit of both, You shouldn't. There's this beautiful, thriving civilization in the desert. Who am I to mess with it? And also, what would they do if I messed with it? Yeah, I think I will just go back, counting this as another failure.
Yeah. Yeah, so Gudea returns as you're looking at the giant birds. He's left for no reason and returned without anything.
Ants, man. So beautiful.
So
what's all these birds
Gudea is back. What's happening?
Join us in the hunt.
But the hunt?
We were hoping you might be able to ranch some of those Erdlu down there.
What does word ranch mean? It's not something we do in the desert.
Ensnare them with your
We're
rope.
going to approach them and then jump on them and wrestle them to the ground and carry them off. Are you with us?
I think there might be a better way, if you're willing to give me a minute. And then, of course, possibly prepared to jump in if it goes wrong.
All right.
You're the expert, but
Basically,
probably shouldn't
I'm
have said
not
that
actually
last
very
part.
good at animal friendship.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
1 minute. Okay, I'd like to
Yeah.
walk towards them and
You have a
use my
round.
animal empathy to kind of, charm them, whisper the.
Yeah.
How big are these things again?
They're pretty big.
They're like 10 feet long. They're going to be like 7 feet tall or something. They're taller than you.
Brilliant. No way this could go wrong.
Good.
Really?
Good.
I mean, I think if they're
Mhaeve
wild.
very encouragingly is like, I think this could go wrong.
I'll be right behind you.
Yeah,
Stiv
basically
says,
giant
standing
emus.
100 feet away from you.
Like,
Kent keeps his bow handy.
they're non-hostile, presumably. So I assume I can just
I
automatically
haven't made a
succeed.
reaction check yet. You'll find out.
It was just a reaction check. Oh god. Actually, I've got
Exception to you.
I've got good charisma, so I should be okay. Okay.
Just do the pose. Hold your hand out. It soothes animals.
It really says something that when you say
Especially
do the
rat
pose,
pose.
my first thought was T-pose.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the
Yeah.
the raptor pose. Just hold your hand out, and it always works.
Here boy. Here boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah. Let's see how the flock. Given there are 17 of them, the flock reacts. What is your charisma modifier?
+3 reaction modifier.
That's quite good. So that is a 10 equivalent, isn't it? And you are being friendly. You describe yourself.
Yeah,
as being
yeah.
friendly.
I'm here to tame them and stop these awful people beating them up.
We were going to have
They are indifferent
wrestle.
to you. They basically ignore you. You count as part of the desert. You approach slowly enough, and you're not threatening, and you don't have weapons out. So they're the ones that are very nearest you. Probably literally skit away. They don't want to stand there for you to get on top of them. They're just like large browsing animals. Anyone who's been in a field with large browsing animals knows sometimes they can be a bit annoyed by you being there or a bit excitable, but other times, as long as you don't bother them, they kind of just stand there. So that's what's happening.
I think could I try and then use the animal empathy to perhaps encourage them to come with me? Follow us. Good stuff.
Just encourage them to
Yeah, follow us.
is that something you can do with animal empathy? I mean, you can try to encourage.
And how
many
says,
targets can it have?
Let's see. It says I think it's kind of one at a time. If a ranger carefully approaches or tends any natural animal, you can try to modify the animal's reactions. Natural animal one could be found in the real world. I'm not sure if these count as a natural animal, but that's
I
good.
think I mean,
They are natural animals. Yeah.
yeah,
they are
they're
natural.
Athas.
the meaning of natural animal needs to
They're
be stretched
giant
to
emus.
Athas. Yeah.
Identify their leader.
We're dealing with domestic or non-hostile, approach it and befriend it automatically. Yeah, so it's more one at a time. So you could, maybe charm a single animal, but yeah, if there's, an alpha, an
alpha Erdlu.
if there is an alpha, I guess an obvious big or old one. I guess I try and specifically approach that one and whisper it.
Okay, Google, who leads emu herds? Let's find out if there is such a thing as an Erdland alpha.
You have to be the alpha.
Yeah.
Emu sociology.
I mean, there's such a thing as a pecking order, right?
Yeah, totally.
Well, amongst chickens.
Find the biggest Erdling. You go up to him. You punch him in the face. Shows all the rest of them. You're in charge now.
I'd say a lot of the results do come up with the Great Emu War.
Yeah.
Unsurprisingly.
where
Who led
Australia
the
lost
emus in the
to
emu war?
emus.
Who was the great general?
Yeah.
Great General Emu.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Captain Emu of the Emu Army.
predominantly travel in pairs, or they can form large flocks.
Females are more aggressive than males during the courting period.
Oh, here we go.
They don't sound
Atypical
heavily
social behavior
hierarchical to me.
arises from the common need to move towards a new food source. So if we
Ostriches
show
have
them
dominance.
that we have food, someone pass me some of the kank food. I don't know what they eat, but I assume kank food will be better than
Animal feed.
yeah.
Sure.
And I'll try and charm one with food and then see if they'll.
Well, I guess if animal affinity will work automatically on one, won't it? So if you take food over, one would just kind of come towards you
and then hopefully the rest follow. Because bird brains.
I'm seeing ostrich flocks as having dominant male and female, like a dominant pair. Don't know if that makes a difference. Your mileage may vary on Athas.
That makes sense.
So
close enough.
Well, yeah, you've got one coming with you, Alex.
Okay, this one's mine. This one's mine. I've tried. They're just not good. They're just not good at it. They don't get it. This one's mine. Do what you want with the rest. I tried. I guess I'll try leading it back towards the rest of the group and see if the others follow. But if not, I'll just tell the others, how about them? I'm keeping this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got an Erdland apparently.
Yeah, I guess I'll start casting animal friendship because it'll probably take the others a while to.
I'll scatter the remainder of the flock by trying to wrestle one to the ground.
I think I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take long.
Yeah, I kind of want to see what happens now.
Yeah, so I'm just going to charge in and try and grab one. No weapons. This is just unarmed combat.
Natural is 3. Then beat my 9. You've apparently surprised them. They are. I mean, yeah, they're fast. They're not insanely fast.
Surprising.
Interesting attack. Yeah. So, well, I should I'll make a morale check for them just to see how willing they are to stay around or whether or not they want to try to run. They're not cowards. Yeah, it passes its morale check and it goes to attack you. So you will go first, and then it will go with its natural weapon. So unarmed combat is obviously in the combat chapter, and it's I take it you're wrestling.
Yeah,
so you make a normal attack roll versus a normal AC. If you're wrestling in armor, which I assume you're not because you have natural armor, I guess.
Correct.
That's a penalty. So yeah, you just roll an attack.
I think I've missed on an 8. But it depends what its AC is, of course.
Mm-hmm. Its AC cannot. Your Thaco is
17?
18.
Or 18, yeah, 18.
17.
18,
Yeah,
yes, 18.
it's AC. So you hit. You hit AC 8 then, don't you? AC 10, sorry. So, you will miss. It's going to try to peck you to death now.
Good luck.
With 2, I think it's got 2 beaks possibly. I was going to say it's going to struggle because of the AC 1 thing.
Yeah.
It does it. Ooh, right in the face. Yep, 2 attacks per round with the large wedge-shaped beak. As you kind of try to just grapple it and it dodges away, it then smashes you in the chitin, right in the chitin for 3 damage with its beak.
How much is your health?
More than 3. I've got 21 health.
Oh, okay.
I can take a few rounds of this. I'm going to have a go again, and then I'll run away if it doesn't work this time. So I guess we have to roll initiative first.
The others obviously now look curiously and start to sort of flap about, wondering what to do. Roll initiative.
Could we help him?
Yes. Yep. You can. What's he going to do?
I'm going to continue trying to
What
wrestle.
does Mhaeve do?
I'm going to ask the rest of the
Quent,
party if I think we should help him.
No.
Oh, you spend a round doing that.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
No, just let it happen.
Yep. going first. It will attack twice. It's not going to hit there probably. No, it hits AC 4, so it misses. Alas, roll your wrestling. Your wrestling.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah, it's just too nimble.
Too nimble. I'm going to give up. And just sort of walk back up the sand dune, or run back up the sand dune, looking really embarrassed.
Kent claps slowly.
If I don't get
this will be a third round, because if you just run away, you're given opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So I assume you're going to a third round and you're trying to run away. Okay.
Yeah.
No one else is helping? I get a 9.
No.
You should be able to run away. Yep. You will. You get a 9. I get a 7. You'll be moving on the 9, or disengaging on 10 if you like. I'll be attacking on 10. I guess it's going to get attacks in as you disengage and flee. It hits. It's going to hit. That 18 is going to hit.
Yeah.
It hits AC -1. It pecks you again as you flee for 4 damage. It chases the Thri-Kreen off. Gudea, meanwhile, has just got his own little giant hurdley.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
I really hope I can animal friendship this. I don't know how many hit die it has, but it's coming with me now.
It has 3. It failed its roll. I've already done it. It has 3 hit dice. You get its friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stiv's enjoyed himself greatly today. It's just like being back in the arena.
Jabbar shakes his fist at the herd of bears and puts birds and puts a curse on them.
The real problem was that he was trying to wrestle a bear, and it was a giant bird.
It was a giant bird.
Okay. You're actually in this square now. You'll arrive at Fort Sisra by sunset.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
Can we debrief now that we're here? Can we debrief the mole woman to see if she knows anything about Arkhold that we don't know?
Yeah, she is probably conscious by now. They're still not very well, I don't think. As in, she's obviously had heat stroke or something, and so she is probably just still recovering. I guess she will. She in terms of trying to, as you ask these questions, she'll probably say something like, she didn't know she was. She'll say to Stiv that she was fleeing, and that she, just found this place as she ran along the road.
Fleeing what?
For whom?
Or why?
Yeah, she's not 100% compost yet, so she's not. She struggles to answer your further questions. She can explain that she was fleeing. She was looking for somewhere safe. She went somewhere.
Well, now you're safe in Fort Sisra.
She sounds like a criminal. We should burn her.
No such thing as a criminal in the desert.
She could have just been...
only those who violate nature's law.
She could have just been attacked, a caravan attacked by wild animals. Or a cactus. That happens,
Yeah.
Yeah, that does happen. True.
She can recover here and work in the kitchens or something.
Andrew's sister, Master Sister, will want to know how it's gone, and they're certainly. If he'll probably say something like, "There's not enough food just knocking around." But if you want to, for now.
How did it go? I bury him in chains. This is how it went. With all this iron.
And also, this lady.
He's pretty happy about seeing the 5,700 ceramic worth of metal. That's good. He thinks that's pretty worthwhile. He does then look around. It's like, where's Benvo? Where's Sadira?
Well, Benvo.
Benvo, we sent him to the sick bay.
Oh, Benvo. There. And then you're like, Benvo. Yeah, you're pointing to Benvo. It's like, Where's Sadira? No one's asked me where Sadira is.
Sadira got stuck in a block of amber.
Benvo's right there.
Sadira who?
Yeah, Sadira had an accident.
Some foul sorcery.
And then she actually had an accident.
An incident. Yeah. He'll probably, as you all get off the cart and stuff like that, and it becomes clear. I don't know. Is there still a bolt of cloth on the Jade Dancer?
Yes. So that we can dramatically reveal her. We can be like, we found a new companion, and then whoosh, reveal it. And the whole way here, we had been practicing a reveal dance, so she could do like a dance.
I mean, yeah, she'll have just genuinely gone along with that, you know. She'll be like, yeah, fine. Some of the guards and slaves here are looking out. Pondrick, the majordomo, is fussing around, fussing around the supplies that are being removed from the wagons, and the wagon master Pluged has taken away the House Sisra animals. They're probably happy to see the Erdland as well. They're kind of impressed by that. But yeah, as the Jade Dancer dances, they will look with some degree of being impressed and interested, and she does this dance, and then we'll say finally she'll look over to probably to Gudea and Stiv and say, is this the new establishment I'm to work at?
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
This is Fort Sisra, and
this is the Lord Sisra, master of the House of Sisra.
Master Sisra, yeah.
Look at this, entirely constructed of magical material.
He'll just be gaping slightly, like, yeah, he'll just be gaping, like, this incredible, you know. This is, he's like, he'll probably a gesture for some sort of private conference with, I guess, whoever is off the wagon by now.
I'll say, ask her a question, Sisra. She can answer. Like, she has full conversations.
She can dance.
He says, "Chat GPT, write me a sample off." He will say, okay, and then he'll say, "Have you travelled far?" And she's like, "About 4 days." 4 passages of the sun, and he's like, excellent. He says, smiling like widely in that kind of nervous way, and he'll sort of turn and he'll probably say something like, he'll come and say something to you of like, that pretty powerful artifact. I mean, obviously magical of some kind. I mean, do you not think someone's going to miss her? Where did you get this from?
Buried underneath those chains, actually, and like a stage or something in a building
constructed by a sorceress who we found no sign that they are still there. So I don't think
except
Jade
for
will be missed.
Trapped book.
The trapped book, yeah, the sorcery, the foul sorcery.
Except
for I mean the actual person I don't think is still around.
No,
just say buried.
Yeah. Maeve's like, no more detail, let's not discuss this any further. So he'll be quite happy. I guess Sisra will be like one who wants to check. He'll kind of obviously want to help with Benvo. I guess there'll be a question about what's the plan now? Are you planning to take this chain to sell it somewhere, or what are you planning to do? He'll just want to know now that you've done this initial scout, because that's what you had said you were going to do, was we'll go and get some loot from Arkhold, and then we'll sell it. So
I think we should leave the chain here, and our plan is to go back and get more, and hopefully get Sadira out, figure out a way to get Sadira out. But there's more to gather in Arkhold, so hopefully we can leave the chain, the raw material stuff here, and we can figure out like a trade caravan later once we've collected all the stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're wanting
You
to
have
double dip.
a
push your
smith
luck
here
on,
that-
yeah, God.
Yes, we really only explored one building. This all came from the building where the Jade Dancer was, and there's plenty more to explore there.
Yeah. They don't have smelting here. They don't have the stuff to purify, which is so rusted iron is basically iron ore. These aren't ingots for work. These would actually need to be worked, so they need to go back to a city to be sold. Obviously, if he could refine them and do them here, that'd be very valuable. But that's just not, not an option really.
Not an option.
So does that mean we'd have to travel all the way to, Ballo?
Balak.
Balak is the nearest. That's the nearest city. Yep, ruled by first Sister Androponus. Further north is Nibene and Golg, and further west is Tyr. Those are kind of nearby cities.
We might get a better price in one of the other cities potentially. We'd have to check the listings. And
Yeah, we can check the June
Yeah.
trader.
Remember, you've got a list in June Trader.
Yeah.
Although, obviously there's a trade-off between how much it costs us in rations to get to one of the other cities, not to mention potentially being killed.
Suppose. That's half the fun.
Well, yes, indeed.
Other people dying.
Sorry, what did you say?
Other people dying en route is half the fun.
Here's a general question about Dark Sun. Is it faster to travel across the silt if we had some sort of traveling vehicle? Like how transporting lots of goods by ship would have been preferable back in the day. Is it the same sort of relationship?
Silt runners. There are such a thing as there are silt runners, like snowboards, basically silt boards. They're not necessarily cheap, but theoretically for the future you could get some. Yeah. Barlick usually exports silver, wheat, salt, and livestock, and imports cloth, copper, obsidian, and hemp.
So iron is neutral.
In terms of neutral iron. In terms of nearby cities that like to import iron, iron is a popular import item, it should be said. Gulg and Nibene both import iron. Tyr exports it from the one big, large-scale mine in the known world. Uruk imports it. Ram imports it. So, 4 of the cities import it, 1 export it.
Or presumably, if it's not on Bollock's export list, they would still buy it.
They would buy it at
still
a
buy it,
market
but
price.
It doesn't get devalued. It doesn't get devalued automatically.
Because Gulg is quite far away, right? That's even
As
further.
is
So I don't know
Nibene,
if it's.
Well, we don't want to go to
going all the
Gulg.
way there.
Fertile Crescent. So the Ivory Triangle, not the Fertile Crescent. The Ivory Triangle is obviously further than Barlick. I mean, Barlick has it's still the same issue with Barlick, that you're going to have to go all the way along the coast and then double back to get back up there, obviously. But
Is there no?
you have to do that anyway.
Can you not ask a giant to get you across the Silt Sea? Is that a thing?
Someone should build a
You
bridge
can
there.
negotiate with giants, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If
you
we're
can
doing that,
negotiate
we
with
may as well
giants.
go to a...
Might as well just sell it to a giant if you're doing that.
Good point. Sell the
Let's
giant.
check.
But yeah, we'd have
Yeah,
to. We'd have to.
there is an idea of building the towns of North and South Lidopolis, which are this is Lido Island here. They're actually looking to build stone bridges across the silt to go across Lido Island to make it possible to essentially make it quicker to get from Nibene and Golg to Barlick.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Probably with a hefty toll, right?
Yeah.
There are giants on Lido Island, by repute.
And they don't have those bridges yet.
No.
So I mean,
But,
we'd
you
have
know-
to go down the coast and double back on ourselves, regardless of what city we wanted to go to. So it's not.
Well, is our near term goal? Does that sound good to everyone? That we don't go trading now. We go collect another.
Yeah,
I
another
think if we're
load
going to
from
go that
Arkhold?
distance, I think we try and get more loot and useful stuff in the near vicinity before we go on.
Let's go back to Arkhold. We can describe what we saw with Sadira, and I'm guessing Sisera has no idea. Like, he doesn't know anything about that. Or there's nobody here in Fort Sisera who, if we describe this amber issue to, like, they know anything about it.
No, there's no. He doesn't have any kind of real magic. You're his magic users.
Okay.
Basically.
Well, presumably, if we go back, it will have been over a week. So, I would assume if we go back and Sadira's there.
You literally do have some. You've got a wand, don't you?
Yeah, we had
the wand was on Sadira's person, so.
Oh, is that's trapped off? Yeah. Cool. What? You're going to be a couple of days here. If you're waiting for Benvo to recover, you'd be another 4 days anyway, or something like that. So yeah, presumably you're going to be staying here at least 4 days.
Yeah.
So I should.
Yeah. So in the same period, because this is what I generated, Sadira, you stop being Sepia Snake Sigiled.
Nice.
Suddenly, you are where you were. It's the same time of day. No one is there. There are no chains in the hall. There is a bag of food charred on the wall written on the wall in chart. The word Sisera.
Cool. Let me just open Sadira's character sheet. I guess Sadira doesn't know how much time has passed when she wakes up. So, how much food did you guys leave?
How much food did we leave?
3 or 4 days worth, probably.
Okay, so I'm gonna add another 4 days rations. Where is my personal stuff? There it is. Well, it would have been more useful if I. And then, I guess let's say you left the amount of water that I would need to get back, so like 4 gallons of water as well.
Yeah. Go for it.
So. Okay, so I'm lightly encumbered for the first day. It will be roughly. Yeah, so I'm going to. It was about like midday, wasn't it? So I'm just going to set out and try and leave, basically.
Yeah, it's late morning, early afternoon.
Yeah, I'm just going to. I've interpreted that they've headed back to Sisera, and I'm going to try and make my way back via the same route.
Yeah, this is, not that you both know this, but this is day 16. I guess everyone else has started in the morning. That would be when you'll be able to travel again with Benvo, depending on what people needed to do. I don't think anyone would be would anyone be leveled? Possibly. It might be that people wanted to, I suppose it might be that people want to train.
I had the thing open before. But probably not. I think I'm like 700 off leveling as Druid and 1200 off leveling as a Scion. I don't think we'd have made that much today.
Sadira is the one person who might, because of doubling gold, but Sadira isn't anywhere, so that's fine. Okay, no, in that case, I guess it's a 4-day journey. Sisera Andrus will ask, are you planning to travel on from Arkhold direct to Barlick then, or are you going to come back here first? What's the plan?
We'll come back, because if we leave the iron here, then if we all
Yeah,
die,
we have
then
more
he
loot
still has
then.
it. Yeah.
Also the bottles.
Yeah.
The bottles here as well.
Yeah. Don't know if we'll sell those
I
or
will move
keep them
that
there.
iron chains to like a separate section, which is just like global loot.
Yeah.
Banked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I guess you start asking. He'll give you, I guess,
how much more water, cank feed, rations, all that are we putting on the caravan?
We should get
Recover.
I guess again, probably 8 days worth. 4 days there, 4 days back.
Yeah. Should we do 10 days for safety?
I think just
not
put us
palatable.
back up to what we were before.
Well, I can't
Yeah, I
remember what
don't-
that was. I'm going to say that we're going to need 120.
Add 10 days.
Like 120 gallons of water, roughly. 120, and then standard rations. 8 per day, so 80 we want. We've already got 30 iron rations actually, so maybe we'll just take the requisite amount, and the irons can be the backup. So 8 times 8 is 64. Those and cank feed. 8 times 2. We got plenty of cank feed. So yeah, I think
Cool.
we're good now. I think we've set ourselves.
While we've been waiting for Benvo to heal, I've been trying to learn how to dance.
Yeah, just copying Jade whenever she's performing.
I
she's
have
just happy to dance.
I have not. I took a non-dance weapon proficiency into dancing. I don't know whether I'm as good as Jade though.
I'm asking her to teach me. Like,
So sorry, just to
Why?
clarify.
What does Gom think of the Jade Dancer? Given that Gom is into dancing, what does Gom think of the Jade Dancer?
Gom thinks she's good. Gom is a fairly multicultural Thri-Kreen. And so he accepts as different modes of dancing to the traditional Thri-Kreen modes of dancing.
I read a book
Yeah.
once.
He's seen enough of the world to know it's the beauties and the many flavors of meat that are available.
Jade, teach me to.
Yep, great.
What is this word? Twerk. I read about it once.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Yeah, she says, "Oh, I'm told that I heard of that. That's of the greatest cultural decadence in my era, considered a sign of degeneracy and cultural death."
This is
I will
what
be
ruined
degenerate.
Arkhold.
going all out.
Wait, is that what happened to the Dark Sun world? Everyone learned to twerk, and there was the world ended.
It's twerked to death. Yeah, it's twerked to deff. Yeah, it sucked all the life out of the Green Age. Great. So, no, I'm sure she'll happily teach you a few moves. It's when you level up. If you earn a non-weapon proficiency at your next level up, depending on what it is. I don't think you will. You need a couple of levels to do that. But yeah, feel free to spend time training to be a dancer, half giant dancing.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I guess
So let's simultaneously we'll have a daytime check from, I'm trying to think who, probably Alex, and then you, Sadira, need to check for your travel in the Arkhold.
Am I still hearing people?
That's a
we can
4.
still hear you. Can you hear
Still
us?
hear
Andrew?
you.
We can hear you. No, you're not probably.
So we can keep talking and he'll have no idea
I
what.
was going to say if you people roll while I tell Andrew that
You
can't hear
people,
us.
what's that supposed to mean?
I managed to roll 2D.
Okay, so yeah, have some counter checks, Alex. Oh,
Yes.
also it looks like Andrew's rolled. Well, Andrew's rolled for you, so we'll just. I don't know.
Okay.
You felt it. You don't do anything too. Sadira, do you want to roll an encounter check and
I
tell
also
us what it
got
is?
4.
No, Sadira manages to sneak through the ruins, hoping to not be caught by anything. And then, do you want to make your main day travel roll, Sadira? As you travel
5.
south along the coast. 5. Okay, night 1, Sadira and Beej. So, Beej roll for the party, Sadira roll for herself.
That's a 1.
She kind of tries to find some... 1 for Sadira. Ooh, 1 for Sadira. Are we going to see our first PC death? Probably.
No way.
Roll 2d12, Tom.
$12.
12. Let's check what this is. As you bed down at night, I suppose. Tempting to find a safe place to hide away from the many dangerous things that are definitely going to try to kill you. Nearly there. One thing, what I should do is probably mark up the encounter tables with references. That is an error. Not having references. Because it means I have to rely on my memory, which it depends. Like for Dark Sun, I just don't know the monstrous compendiums and stuff as well. Whereas for some stuff, I'm like, yeah, I've got a good guess of where that is. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you sleep in an area off the road, in amongst vegetation. Good hiding place. Let's check. Do you have anything that alters your surprise? I don't think you do. Gudea, probably.
Do I?
Not Gudea. No, sorry, not Gudea. Sadira.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, you're going to die today, Gudea.
Ah.
You're not asleep when this happens, but you are sleeping, kind of trying to settle down and work out what you're doing in this one area, when a bunch of spines launch out from a large, not a cactus like the ones you've seen before. 8 spines come out, so I've got to roll another 4. And one of them is gonna hit you. I think maybe 3 are gonna hit you. It's
3 will hit
close.
me.
This thing is 17.
So.
AC 8. So yeah, it's gonna hit the 3, I guess. Let's get some battle music on. We might as well give you a good farewell, Sadira. Let's go for. I think this is a decent one. Yeah, we didn't credit Gom's wrestling with battle music, which is good, really, given that he humiliated himself in front of everyone.
We understand why now he's not a gladiator anymore.
A successful gladiator. He just ate people or run away from them. So it is going to do three of these needles that you see. There seem to be shimmering strands running behind them back to the cactus. 3 of them pierce your flesh. Your cank rears nearby, looking confused, and
I don't think I have
you
a
take
cank.
3 damage. Oh no, you don't have a cank. It would have been taken. Yeah, you're just walking on you. Yep. No. So you take 3 damage.
Ah, right. Okay.
These needles are purple. You see that the main body in the kind of the setting sun has larger needles as well, which look green. Could you save versus poison, please, as well?
Sure.
You've got a +2 bonus to this. In fact, could you roll 3 saves at +2 each?
Fail, succeed.
Okay. You begin to feel dizzy. You can feel your body begin to freeze up. You are, nonetheless, nothing's happened yet. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm carrying that wand.
You're in initiative.
Yeah, I'm carrying that wand, so as last-ditch effort, I'm just going to try and hit him with it.
Yeah.
Point the wand at him.
Yeah.
It's a 9 for initiative.
Beat my 8. 9. It will drag you 5 feet towards it. But you're not casting a spell, so you don't lose the spell. Good thing about wands, there's no spell loss off them. You are the wand. What does the wand do? Let's turn to the information about it. It shoots a thin ray of blue colour. And it gets a save versus wands, I guess. I don't actually know how able it is to dodge this. I've made the save. I'll check if it's just... I guess it has probably some natural resistance. It doesn't say that it's not able to do anything. It, however, may fail. Let's check. But yeah, this ray hits it. There is a fizzing in the air. And it kind of begins to almost shirk back from it, which is, just like a plant moving away, as you occasionally see a plant move away from damage. It fails its save. It has no resistance so far as I know, so this is what happens. It stops. It is immobile. The thin strands joining the needles to you are also immobile. Like, they're now static. They're not kind of hanging loose. They're like rigid in the air.
Okay.
Okay, next round, what do you do?
I extricate myself and get out of there.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to spend time breaking the needles, basically?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that takes you 3 rounds to break those off, because you've only got 1 attack per round, I guess. So you break off those, and then move. You then, on the 5th round, after you move, you then collapse, rigid, paralysed.
Amazing.
But you are out of range of its needles.
Well, for now.
You wake up in the morning. You probably just go to sleep eventually.
Just like, this is my life
in the morning. Yeah. I live here. This is how those creatures are, or cacti are created, obviously. How long does the paralysis last? Because this feels relevant. And do you literally live there forever?
If we're heading back in the same direction as him,
you'll eventually just find this patch. Yeah. It says that you must save versus poison or be paralysed. The poison is administered on contact. I guess you cut it. Probably you didn't remove the needles, because the needles would have caused you loads of damage. They'd be cut. Technically AC 5, taking 5 points of damage, but you'd have the time to automatically hit and coup de grace them. So, yeah. You managed to scrape away. When you are unparalysed and later in the morning, presumably you keep travelling?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, surely you should use ranged attacks to destroy this thing whilst it's at a distance.
Not a chance. I was contemplating lighting a fire underneath it, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah. Okay, day 2. Let's have. I guess we'll have Simon roll for his party, and Sadira, you roll for your party. Party of 1.
That's a 5 for me.
Oh no!
Ooh, this time it's the other party. It's the other party in danger. My favourite. You're gonna roll 2d12.
Danger!
Yeah, give me a second.
18. Ooh, no. So, let's find out what this new danger is.
Land sharks.
Hey, it's a result on some tables.
Yeah, that's actually a thing.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't tempt the DM. Okay. Let's. So, you, as you're travelling north, let's check who spots who. They're not surprised, and you're not surprised. Yeah, you see off in the off hunting in the plains below, spearing giant centipedes. But seemingly, even as you come over the brow of a ridge and see them, they seem to see you. 7, maybe 15-foot tall, kind of half gianty sized, but with 4 arms. Creatures. Tall and slim, 4 arms, 2 legs. They've got orange skin. As they seem to see you, rather than shouting, you see them begin to gesture to each other, but with complex hand movements.
Do we know what these things are? I don't, off the top of my head, but...
Do you?
He sounds...
The gladiators can, if they like, the gladiators can make a just an int check probably.
Yeah, cool. I have passed my int check.
Yep, you two, Quent. Quent, Tom, do you want to make an int check?
What, me?
Yes. You're a gladiator, aren't you? And I said
Yeah,
gladiators. could
Sorry,
make
of
a
course, I
int
forgot
check.
my other character is, yeah.
Oh, he's got 2 characters.
Yeah, success. Oh, wait, no, sorry, you want to roll under your
Great.
int, don't you?
Yeah, you both, as gladiators, have seen these creatures before. Rarely, very rarely, in gladiatorial arenas. These are a creature called Brogue.
Mm-hmm.
They are a sort of a half giant, or something humanoid kin to giants that are popular in the arenas due to their strength.
And how many of them did you say there were?
You see a half dozen, maybe more. You know, like through the heat haze.
Okay. I look around at my compatriots and try to run the odds in my mind as to whether this is a fight we can win.
It's not looking good.
Reverse back down the slope?
Yeah, I think we should start picking
Well,
up.
literally
We're gonna
change the
fight.
gear stick to reverse.
Well, I mean, it seems like they're doing the exact same thing we're doing, which is debating if they can win the fight.
Can we make it look like there's a lot more of us on the slope?
Perhaps make a bit of noise, bang about a bit, you know, have the animals move around.
And put a lot more weapons sort of like out and just wave them over the top of the slope as if there are many hands holding them.
Yeah. Sure. Does anyone have intimidation or anything like that?
Nope, I don't.
Anyone else?
I mean, can't we just
Anyone have
watch them
any?
peacefully? I have lots of diplomatic skills.
Do they even speak common?
Yeah, I don't know if I even want to talk to these guys. I don't think I want to get close enough to even have a conversation.
You'll be fine. It's the rest of us that need to be worried.
I used to have intimidation. I had to get rid of it because of the languages thing.
Yeah, the Brogue. I would say the gladiators know that Brogue can speak. There's a kind of grunting and sign language they use.
I think we should just move on and hope they don't follow us. Let them do their hunting. Let us do our traveling.
In peace. Yeah, they bang their weapons together and stuff, but they don't follow you if you are just continuing on. So.
Okay.
Okay. Knight 2, Sadira and Alex. We'll say. We'll just get back. Turn around to Alex.
Okay, sorry.
Make sure
Knight,
to
hang on,
obviously
sorry.
dock your-
Knight 2 for the party. Let me just. Could we have roll the heat checks for that?
Yeah.
To do that twice.
Mm-hmm. That's Knight 1 in that.
2 successes.
Heat protection, 2 successes.
Okay.
1 success and 1 failure from me.
Okay. That.
For the 2 knights, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So. Which makes that 7, and then the ration is take the top 8, 7, and then king feed goes down to 23. Okay. Right, now you want encounter checks for Sadira, is that?
Yep. Nighttime encounter checks, both parties. Sadira and...
That's another one!
Yeah, Alex.
Mwah, mwah.
Just think, if you escape back, this would have been genuinely the great escape, wouldn't it?
Who's doing the second
2d12,
one?
Tom. Alex, you...
Yeah, that's me.
Alex will do your party's one.
We're fine.
Tom, 2d12 for Sadira.
7.
Quent is like, man, this party is really safe. I like this party. I feel better about being in this party.
Right down in the middle of the road, so we...
What'd you get, Tom?
7.
Ten. Sorry, I can't hear you very well. if you are
7.
speaking.
7.
7. Ooh, subtable. Can I have a 120, please? D120. No, 1d20.
1d20, right. 10.
Ooh. 10. Oh, that's quite fun. Yeah, you will see flying above you as you sleep. Well, as you lie down to sleep this time, probably trying to find somewhere to hide that's not next to a cactus. You've had lots of bad experiences of cacti. You will see a number of flying creatures who look, to your eyes, humanoid. They have 20-foot wingspan, which means they're kind of humanish height or something. But they seem to have legs and, yeah, they're not terribly far above. There's maybe 9 of them.
What kind of wings
Soaring
do they
on
have? Sorry, are they
thermals,
like bird-like wings?
in the evening. Bird wings, from what you can see, yeah.
I'm going to do my best to pretend to be a rock.
Okay, gentlemen, should we give them a hunting check? 7, yeah, they're going to spot you.
Well, shit.
And are... Yeah, they are going to... They begin to fly down, circling down towards you, round you, Sadira.
I greet them.
you just kind of get up and say hello, kind of thing.
I bow, try and be courteous about it.
Mm. Yeah. Great. Okay. They will land. What's your charisma modifier? Your reaction modifier under charisma?
+5. Well, according to this, it's +5.
Wow.
I've got
plus
16
5.
charisma.
What's your charisma?
16.
Crikey. Is that +5 reaction? Is that +5 something else? 16 is plus +5 reaction adjustment. These guys, the tallest and largest of these, a kind of very proud looking figure, kind of very noble, literally not quite aquiline, but kind of they're slightly more carrion birdish, but looking very impressive creature. Looks and seems pleased with your bowing, and says, and will speak in broken common. You are half elf, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Because I'm thinking about how it would react. Probably human, elf. Why wander alone? Others would eat you.
What was that? Sorry, what was that last bit?
Others would eat you.
Others have tried. I say that like with a smile, not like in a threatening way.
Yeah.
I'm not alone by choice. I ran into some difficulty while traveling with my party. I suppose they had no choice to leave me. I'm now returning where I came from.
He says, he'll say, you have friends?
Yes, though I don't know where specifically they are at this moment. I hope they are returning back towards where they left me, and I may indeed meet them on the road.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I hope that I will find them back at Fort Sisra, where I came from.
There's then a squeaking around the noise Sisra, and then he'd say, normally, we drop you off, take things, and we'll point, I guess, at the wand hanging on your belt. He says, Fort Sisra, soldiers there. Can you help us?
Help how?
We have dangers. We need soldiers. Fort Sisra soldiers. Aid. Ally.
Sadira is willing, although I suppose she'll make clear that she doesn't speak for all the soldiers at Fort Sisra. I'd have to speak to Lord Sisra, but I will certainly petition your case.
Yeah. How heavy are you?
I am 160 pounds, and I'm carrying 42 pounds of stuff. But I can jettison some of that.
And about how tall are you? How tall are you?
I am 6 feet tall.
Yep. Okay. So the leader will say that perhaps they can go back to Fort Sisra. He'll take you to Fort Sisra. He can carry you, and one of his friends can carry your gear.
Nice.
I was checking versus what they could carry.
I bow and thank them.
Yeah. What we should do, that's night 3. So that's night 2. On day 3, we should check, because we should finish in a second. Can we have a main group encounter check from Beej? So, Sadira, you'll see below you a very familiar-looking micro caravan of a single cart with outriders, and a familiar half-giant coming along the road early in the morning.
Ah. Well, I guess we'll carry on to Fort Cicero, and Sadira will, do some diplomacy and rest up so she can recover some health.
Well, I mean, as in you will see your friends below you because you're flying. You'll see your friends below you on the road.
Yeah. My point is, I won't ask these birds to land me there. I'll go back with them to Fort Cicero. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. As long as you're clear, as long as that it's clear, that's what you're doing. Yeah. Guys, you'll see during the day. You'll see some vulture-like birds that actually don't look super bird-like when you look closely, flying high above you with an odd dot on the top of one of them.
Could I ask the birds if I can just go tell the party that's what I'm doing, so that they don't panic when I'm gone?
Yeah, well, I mean, we can do that from next session, I guess. But you can just land and do that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because they'd say if that's your friends, they'd be like, soldiers, Fort Cicero. They'd be like, yeah, let's go and talk to them. So they'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
They might have a potentially lucrative mission for us if they're looking for help. So we'll hear them out next session.
Yeah. And you now have, I need to check the XP, but you now also have the XP credit for a Wand of Paralyzation.
Awesome.
I need to check how many charges it has. But yes, I will check that. And you got an Erdland. Gom killed a giant centipede. So, yeah. We will resume that in 2 weeks' time.
Cool. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for playing. That was good, and I'll put the link out on the group and stuff, and share it on various media. I think we may be playing Planescape first or before then. I don't remember because I think we're playing Dark Sun then Planescape this month. I think was the date we agreed.
You said a Tuesday or something. I think Planescape.
Yeah, I think 24th for Planescape, 19th for Dark Sun. So yeah, we will continue that in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Shall I stop this endo in?
Yep.